What are the key areas of marketing and sales that you need to focus on to grow your 3D printing business? In this video, I'm going to show you our proven strategies. We work with a lot of businesses and we've created a step-by-step guide to actually help businesses grow through marketing and sales. I want to give you actually a guide that you can work through on your own business. So really what we're going to be looking at today is three key things: understanding your customer, crafting your offer, and then delivering that offer. So once we understand our customer, that's when we're really going to be able to create a very good offer that they, will feel silly to actually say no to. And then focusing on delivery and making that smooth is another side of it, because we want that customer, and I'll get into this soon, but we want that customer to think that, it's going to be very quick and very easy to actually get the solution. Okay, so first, we're going to just quickly do a quick check on definitions. So marketing and sales are actually two completely different things. Marketing is about building a brand and building trust with that customer or potential customer. So we haven't even made them a customer yet. We're looking at helping our potential customers in a way that builds trust. And we're maybe introducing them to the actual problems that our products solve. Once they understand the problems that they solve, once they trust us, and then once they see that our products can actually solve their problems, then we can sell stuff to them. Okay, we work with a lot of businesses and they think that marketing is saying, hey, you can buy my product. Here it is. That's not what marketing is, okay? We need to really show people, firstly, what's the problem? Secondly, what's the solution? And thirdly, they need to be able to actually trust us. If they have all those things, then they'll actually consider buying from you. And if they don't have any of those, if they are missing one of those three, they will not buy from you. Okay, so really, this brings us to our next stage. We need to really understand our customer. If you're not making as many sales as you'd hope, then you're likely not understanding your customer fully. Okay, so let me explain. If I provide a service, right? Say I provide tennis coaching as a service. I actually do tennis coach still because I absolutely love it. So you can't get me off a tennis court. I play 2 or 3 times a week. If I can get a client onto the court with me, they're physically there, I'm having a conversation with them, I can spend all this time getting feedback from them. I understand their performance gains. Even just during a lesson, I can say, oh yeah, your forehand's improving. Their body language, they might be smiling. We could chat, how's your weekend, how's your week been? I understand their financial situation, their work situation. Then we might talk about how did you go during competition? Did you play a match? What worked, what didn't? And then we'll understand their goals and motivations, their emotions and behaviors, because you're just going to learn so much just from having this conversation with them, right? So if I sell a product online, and this is what a lot of people fall into the trap of, is they'll go and sell something and go, hey, you can buy my product. It's like you don't even know who your customer is. If you sell stuff online and you're not talking to your customer, then the only real data that you can understand or that you get is say website views, number of visitors, but you don't know who they are, their age, their gender, their buying behavior, nothing at all about them. So you have to be able to talk to your customers. That is such a valuable point. This is why, for my business, Arinalo, we make a point of going to 2 or 3 expos a year, and we have hundreds of customer conversations all in one weekend. Not to mention that it's actually profitable. So if you don't know them, you can't sell to them. All right, next. This is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. This is the golden formula, okay? I have posted it on my fridge. That's how much I think about this exact formula when I'm creating offers, okay, for any of my businesses. So it's credit to Alex Harmozy. Thank you, Alex. I'll chuck it on the screen here, but we have value equals, and then there's 4 key elements. So before I describe them, I'll quickly, just highlight the fact that this is a mathematical equation, and value will increase if the dream outcome and the likelihood of success go up, or the time delay and effort and sacrifice go down. So if those things happen, then we maximize value. These are the 4 key points that I think of when I'm looking at creating any type of offer for any customer. Okay, so any business can apply this in any way. This is the beauty of it. It's like super simple. Just started raining. So let's define each one. So the dream outcome, your product or your service is taking your customer from point A to point B. Point A is where they currently are. Point B is where they want to be, or their dream outcome. And you need to show them that your product is the vehicle that will take them from point A to point B. Really simple, right? All right, next, the likelihood of success. So the customer needs to think that you are 100%, or this product will 100% take me to my dream outcome. Yes? If you pay for a product or a service and you are, not sure that it's actually going to get you what you want, then you are less likely to pay for it. It's less valuable to you. If you're 100% likely to think, you know what, if I buy this, yeah, I'm gonna get that, then that is way more valuable because you have just created certainty. So that's likelihood of success. Time delay, people pay more for things that instantly can give them gratification. It's why Amazon has done so well. It's why vending machines still exist, even though the prices are like 2 or 3 times what they should be. Well, actually, yeah, the prices are, equivalent to the value that they're giving. They give extra value because they provide those goods at the right time straight away for people. And that's more valuable, and that's why the prices are high. And then effort and sacrifice. So if I have to buy this solution, or if I have to, say, sign up for this service, and it takes me a lot of effort in one way or another, and that could be money, it could just cost too much. It could be like time sacrifice or mental load, then that becomes less valuable to me because I have to put in all this extra effort to get this dream outcome. So if I think that it's quite effortless, and I don't have to sacrifice a lot compared to the value that I'm getting, then I find that quite valuable. So the key takeaway from this is, firstly, understanding that value is made of these four key ingredients, okay? But for our customer, if we understand them, we need to show them that we're going to make it easy and fast to actually get this solution, and it's going to be very valuable to them, okay? And if we increase this perception of value using our marketing, okay, not just saying, hey, buy this, but using marketing to actually show them all the problems that we're going to solve. If we can show them that the dream outcome is better and better, and we have a really smooth experience, there's low sacrifice, and it'll happen really quickly, we can charge a lot more, and therefore we can provide more value next time because we're capturing more, we have more money to actually reinvest back into the business, okay? Don't get caught in the trap of selling things really cheaply, okay? We want to increase the value, increase our profit, and then reinvest that and provide even more to our customers. Okay, so how do you actually take all this and create an action plan from it? How are you going to get customers from actually doing this? So one really simple activity that I want you to begin with. Do outreach. Visit stores, DM people directly, okay? If it's cold or even warm, like your friend, you can start with your network, your family and friends. And if you're in the right kind of area and there's opportunities, expos and even just markets, local markets, they can be actually a really cheap way to just get customer facing. And trust me, by having just a few conversations at some of these markets, or you even might get a lot of conversations in just one afternoon or one morning, you will learn so much and you become even more motivated to solve those problems, and you'll know exactly what customers want. We sell decorative stuff at Arenala, right? Like, and keepsakes and things that people will hold on to for a very, very long time, and so picking the right colors is really important. Seeing what people think of the different color options, say of our trains or our plaques at expos, gives us a big indicator of, like, say, how much stock we should buy or what products we should actually post, like what colors we should show off. So this is what you kind of have to do. You got to have these conversations so you actually learn these things. And one way to do that really easily is don't just post and hope, actually go and have these conversations with people, talk to real people, learn what they care about, And even consider selling to businesses too. So your customer could become a business and you sell with a discounted price, and you might sell 100 units, to one store, and that would equate to 100 orders that you would have had to have made individually. So, there could be even some local stores you could just drop in and give some free stuff to. 3D printing actually has the advantage, especially with the plastics, right? Like the polymers that we generally print with are quite cheap. So giving free samples away is actually so affordable. You go and give a free sample away to a business, and they sell some of these, and they get to keep the money, right? It might cost you $5, $10 or whatever it does. And you've gained their trust. You've proven to them that their customers will buy this. So the likelihood of success is high for them. And then you can have the conversation, actually try to sell to them from there. And they understand that, oh yeah, my customers actually do want this. Or if they don't, then you can iterate from there, and you learn something, and then you can provide a product next time that actually does work. So talk to real customers, okay? Your goal is to talk to them and therefore find the right channels that you can sell to them and the right offers. Okay. Last thing, wrapping it up. Where do you get started with all of this? So we've got the action plan there. You've learned a bit about everything. I've put all of this into a document, okay? Basically with some questions. You can fill it out basically from there and just go through this, and it'll take you through step by step so you can get really clear about your customer. You can get really clear about your offer and these key elements that we talked about. So use this framework. Make an offer that's irresistible because you understand your customer, and let your products speak for themselves. Go try this out, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you go with it. Let me know. Cheers. Bye-bye.